Hello friends, so today I am finally making good on my promise to talk about what I did to improve my kyphosis and rounded shoulders. So this video is going to roll out in two parts. First, I'm going to talk to you about the lifestyle adjustments and the important things that you need to know. And then the second part is just going to be a flow of all of the exercises that I do. So the first thing that is probably the most important is that you have to get in the habit of using your upper body more, because our upper body movement has been entirely outsourced. We can go our entire day without putting our arms up over our head, whereas we have to use our legs to get up and go to the bathroom or walk to the car and whatnot. So changing this is probably the most important thing you can do, because no matter what exercises and strengthening you do, if the majority of your day is spent in a hunched, rounded position, a still position, then you're gonna not see much change. Any opportunity that you can find to use your upper body, take it. The second is learning to recognize what you're moving when you move. So if you have a really tight, rounded upper body, then it's probably not moving much as you go throughout your day, which means that somewhere else is moving a lot. So it's really common to have a tight upper back and a really hypermobile low back. So that's something that I am still fighting against, and that I have to be really careful about outsourcing my body's movements to my low back. So if you go through the exercises and you notice that you're starting to get low back pain or maybe neck pain or pain somewhere else, then you need to slow down and take a step back and really recognize what is happening when you move. Okay, so once you are recognizing your own movement patterns, the next step is to relearn how to move the vertebra in your upper back, which is harder than you think if you have kyphosis and rounded shoulders. Lauren Ohan has a really great video that I will reference in the caption for doing this. My own spin on it is to do it on your back. So laying flat on your back, take this up, with your whole spine pressed down, and then keeping everything flat, your neck, your low back, your shoulders. See if you can isolate the movement of the spine right here. So try to lift your breastbone up, but keeping everything else down. And then you can kind of play with it and try to almost do like a little snaky thing, like try to lift up one vertebra and then the next and then the next, while keeping your head and your shoulders and your low back pressed against the ground. I really like that one because when I'm trying to articulate it, if I am not on the ground, it's really easy for me to pop my low back. So in general, my focus has been to stretch out this part of my body, so all the way up from my jaw, down my neck, my shoulders, my chest, and then to strengthen back here so that I have the muscles to hold myself back. So my two favorites for these are, first, to stretch this part of my body is to do a snow angel on a foam roller, where you just lay on it, on your back, and lay your arms out. And you can relax, you can move them, you can twist your arms so that your thumb is on the ground, put your arms overhead, put them straight, put them bent. There's all kinds of ways that you can adjust it so that you're getting all kinds of different stretches. And then my second, number one exercise for it is to strengthen the back, which is the W exercise. And that also can be modified, different arm movements, holding it for 15 to 30 seconds at a time. And you just want to try to pull your shoulder blades together, keeping your ribs down, and then push them down like you're trying to tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets, so that your shoulders go back and down, and you have to hold it there. So you should be using that spot right in the middle of your upper back while keeping your ribs down and your head up. Okay, so my last piece of advice is to learn to correct your posture throughout your day. So on Instagram TV, I have a head to toe alignment adjust, which is just, I consider it an exercise because it's not something that I hold myself in really still and like really tense all day. I just, whenever I think about it, I go head to toe, think about what my body's doing, make adjustments as necessary. If I'm sitting, then it's pretty much just from here up. But I think about the alignment of my spine and dropping my ribs and then lifting my head up and then trying to rotate my shoulders back and down. So when you're sitting and working on the computer or you're on your phone, that's when I think it's most important to try to have your passive time spent in the best possible way. And then that's also time that you're using your muscles. If you're holding your spine up, then you're using those muscles, and so that's just a little bit more exercise. So again, not judging yourself when you discover that you're doing something that might not be productive. Just notice it and then try to correct it. This is really hard if you have a really stiff upper back at first, and it can be even uncomfortable to try to lift your head back, and you'll get like a really nice double chin and you might feel super awkward, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and then especially if you're doing it along with the exercises and the stretches, then it will be easier for you to make those adjustments over time.